Hello, I'm Joe Brett, and this is my evaluation and reflection of DPES Assignment 3. What I want to cover today is how the interviews went, so how I thought I did and how I thought Danny and Ashley, the partners in my group, did as well. I want to speak about how we actually planned the interviews and how we come up with the questions and the methods that we used to come up with the questions as well, and also about my experience of creating a LinkedIn profile. As the interviewee, I felt it went really well, although I was slightly nervous. After rewatching it, I kind of realised I did ramble on questions too much, a bit more than I should have, and I kind of didn't get to the point straight away. But I found as the interview went on, I was getting better and better, and the kind of initial nerves had gone. I felt like I did get all the points across I wanted, and the interviewer and observer were very open and listening to everything I'm having to say. I feel like I've definitely learned a lot through doing that interview. I know if I have when I have job interviews later on in life, I know I'm going to have certain things to do and not to do, and I suppose just feel a lot more relaxed about it as well. Not go in feeling nervous and have everything scripted in my head. I know to go in there, be honest, and I don't know, I suppose this could be a lot better. Being the interviewer was actually quite fun. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I felt like I did quite well in it, a lot better than being the interviewee. I felt like I upheld good interview techniques, such as like keeping eye contacts, even though when I was writing notes, it'd only be like a brief second that I'd kind of be looking away. And I gave several opportunities for him to ask questions as well. Although he didn't have any, the opportunity was there for him. I've learnt a lot from being the interviewer, and if I ever have to interview anyone again, I mean, I'm going to take away a lot of do's and don'ts from it. I mean, not only from just doing the interview, if I'd taken away these things, but from doing the amount of research I did. There's so many articles I've read online about the things to do and not to do. I feel like this whole task has helped me a lot in like multiple ways. Well, whether it be I'm going to interview someone or next time I get interviewed, I feel like I'm going to kind of know what to expect a lot more, and I can prepare a lot more as well. From doing this and the research that I've done, I feel like I'm a lot more prepared to do any interview. So how were the interviews planned? What we did, we all set ourselves tasks. So we all went away and researched about the company and looked at the job profile as well, and looked at similar job profiles and kind of got an idea of if we were going to actually do this interview, what it would really be like. So we all made like a document of how the company was and different like techniques and stuff we'd have to use for like in the interview for doing a job like this. So we all come back and we all collaborate all our stuff and come up with a series of 8 questions that we were going to ask in the interview. I felt as if we all contributed equally to this task. I mean, we all had to have a document to provide on the day that we said we were going to, which we could all go through and come up with these questions. So I would say everyone contributed equally, and it was a fair workload. I felt like the questions that we all come up with are very good. I mean, we all spent a lot of time researching into questions that you'd find in a marketing job for the interview. I'd say they're all appropriate, and we used the STAR technique in several of the questions. There were questions like describe a situation where you've worked in a team, and explain a situation where you've dealt with a customer complaint, or tell me about your greatest achievement. I think they're all very good questions. There are only 3 of the 8 that we've used, and we all answered them very well, I'd say. I mean, we all gave examples, and they were real life examples of it. My experience making a LinkedIn profile was actually quite fun. Obviously, we had a session in our DPES where Daniel Poole came in, and he was the HR director at Co-op. He came in and showed us how to use it and gave us techniques and stuff of the best place to put certain things or certain things to follow. I mean, I already had a profile that I'd made a few months before, but I mean, he put it up to like a higher standard. He gave me techniques of what to do and what not to do. So my experience of creating a LinkedIn profile is overly positive. I'm happy with it at the moment. Thank you for listening to my evaluation about my DPES assignment 3. I hope you've enjoyed the interviews, all the documents that I've created with it.